by noon tomorrow. I realize it's Easter Sunday, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about the calendar. Well, he sure thought about that before he had the reports ready. Good morning. Oh, happy Easter. Can you believe Bill got those reports ready? Something about spending time with his family on Easter weekend. What's this world coming to? There, how do I look?
Drop dead gorgeous.
You got that right.
All right, is everyone ready?
I forgot to tell you, Mimi's about to come show off her dress. Be sure to go on and on about it. Ready, Mimi?
So, how do I look?
Be beautiful. You'll be the most beautiful girl in all the church.
Thanks. It's an original design by Justin Timberlake. There's not another one like it in all the world.
Everyone will be going on and on about your style. That's the goal, right?
Of course it's the goal, silly boy. Petunia hasn't modeled yet, has she?
Not yet.
That girl is keeping me in suspense.
What do you mean?
We never show each other what we're wearing until Easter Sunday morning. Duh.
You two are so competitive.
I am not competitive. I'm fine with anything she wears, as long as I look better.
Just like a woman. You don't see me and Oswald competing in our wardrobe.
That's because you two don't have Gwen Owens watching every move you make.
Gwen Owens.
She attends our church, silly Willie. She thinks we don't notice how she's always checking out all the girls' wardrobes in church.
You don't say.
She sure is. She's always taking notes on who we're sitting next to and what we're wearing.
No.
Every Sunday?
You two have no sympathy for anyone.
Okay, is everyone ready?
All right, there she is. Now, no matter how much you like my dress better than hers, don't let it show.
We'll try to keep it in.
Ready, Petunia?
They're speechless.
Two girls that can't talk. Best Easter Sunday ever.
Petunia, your dress.
Mimi, your dress.
They're talking again.
I knew it was too good to last.
Mimi, what are you doing wearing my dress?
Your dress? You go back in there and change this instant.
I was about to suggest you do the same thing.
It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
I am not changing.
Well, neither am I.
Good, because we don't have time.
Oswald, you're crazy. You know the girls like to make an entrance.
It doesn't look as if we'll be making an entrance at all.
What do you mean?
You don't think we could attend an Easter service wearing the same dress, do you?
One of you have to change.
Did you hear that, Mimi? One of us will have to change.
He was obviously talking about you.
Good grief, we'll draw matches. Whenever draws the smallest match, we'll have to change.
Well, I guess that'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Virginia, you draw first.
Wait, why does she get to draw first?
Okay, Mimi, you draw first.
Why does she get to draw first?
For Pete's sake!
Yeah, for my sake.
Quiet, Pete.
Mimi, you can draw.
All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by
Mimi!
Okay. Oh no!
I won.
But I'm gonna have to wear something I've already worn.
So?
Gwen is watching.
Gwen will get over it.
This is gonna be the worst Easter in the history of the world.
But every year.
You girls are so competitive and worried about what Gwen thinks of you.
Tell me, Virginia, do you remember what last week's sermon was about?
Of course I do. It was on. Why don't you mind your own business?
Oswald, you're just as bad. The only reason you go to church is to get that contract from what's his name.
Bill Marshall. And if I get that contract, it means a big bonus for me at work.
See, you're just as bad.
Well, Pete only goes to court with that girl that sits in front of us.
Her name is Corinne. I mean, I do not.
Guys, we're all hypocrites, so we might as well admit it.
Mimi, hurry up, please.
Move over. I need one more look at my hair.
Both of you guys, y'all can move away. I need to see how I look in my new dress.
But I look the best, so I need some hands. How dare you knock on our face?
See, Grandma, I told you we'd surprise them.
Happy Easter, city cousins.
I bet y'all are surprised, ain't you? Look, our cousin Oswald.
Hey, I want to get some present Oswald too.
Glenda May, Brenda May, y'all straighten up and act like somebody.
Besides, mistletoe is for Christmas, not for Easter.
As long as I'm getting some sugar, I don't care what day it is. Grandma Taylor, Elgin, what are you guys doing in the city?
Well, it's like this, Cousin Petunia. Y'all are always coming down to Cripple County to visit us for Easter.
And get your grubby little hands on our money.
Now, Grandma, so we figured we'd come up here and visit y'all this year.
Now that you mention it, did you happen to bring any of your money with you?
Petunia, no.
What? They have millions, and you can tell by looking at them that they're not spending any of it.
You're just jealous that Uncle Zeke didn't leave you any of his land chock full of diamond mines, coal mines, and oil.
Please don't remind me. I feel a migraine coming on.
Grandma said that we'd be waiting forever for an invitation, and that we should just come on out and surprise you. Surprise!
Well, it's just,
What Pete's trying to say is, right now's not the best time for company.
Heck, we ain't company, we're kinfolk. Right, it's like we say in the country, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, I bet you $1 are having duck.
Of course, your family. I'm happy to see you as always.
unfortunately, we're a victim of bad timing. We're just about to head off to church services.
Did you hear that, Glenn? They're about to head out to Easter services.
Dread it on. Tell them, Fester.
You mean I get to tell?
Do the honors.
Guess what? We're going to church with y'all.
Surprise!
I bet y'all ain't never had this many surprises in one day.
Can I see you a moment? What are we going to do?
If Bill Marshall sees him, I'll never get that bonus award.
Give her the time of day she sees them with us.
Will will never let me live in town.
Follow my lead. We would love to have you come to church services with us, but unfortunately, we don't have time for you to change.
Change?
Yes, ma'am, it's your church clothes.
Silly boy, this is our church clothes.
Yeah, we had them done up all special like.
Don't they dress up fancy like this in the city?
You know what I just thought about?
What did you think about Petunia?
We forgot all about Easter lunch.
But we always eat over at the...
You're absolutely right, Petunia, dear. We forgot all about the Easter lunch. If only we had someone to fix it for us.
If only we knew someone who runs a diner and has lots of experience cooking for lots of people. You know, someone in the cooking business.
Honey, how can I think with all that gabbing you're doing in my ear?
Now hold on, gotta take a minute. Grandma's used to cooking for lots of people.
Yeah, she runs her very own diner.
Grandma Taylor, that is so nice of you to offer.
What did I offer?
To stay here and cook Easter lunch while we go to church.
Did I do that?
But we can't leave Grandma here all by herself. That's not nice at all.
You're absolutely right. We can't leave her by ourselves. Someone would have to stay here and help her.
Me and Glenda are pretty handy in the kitchen. Hint, hint. Yeah, hint, hint.
I was looking forward to coming to this Easter service.
That's just it, Grandma Taylor. You can still worship at our church.
How do you figure?
Our worship service broadcasts on television. You can watch it on our 75-inch TV.
We even offer 3D glasses, so it looks like you're out there in the worship center.
There's only one there.
Well, okay, if you like my cooking that much.
Good girl.
We can't wait to taste it.
It'll be delicious. We just know it.
You'll love Grandma's cooking.
Yeah, in Cricket County, she's voted Cook of the Year for the month of April. And don't fret none, Grandma, we'll be glad to help.
Like I said, we're real domestic.
I'm just like the girl next door.
If you happen to live next door to a dog pound.
All right, is everyone ready?
We forgot about Mimi.
She'll go ballistic because she knows her hair. Hang on a second, Mimi.
Kitchen's right through there, everybody.
Come on, family, let's take a gander at their fancy kitchen.
That's right, right through that door. Guys, we have to keep them in the kitchen.
Ready or not, here I come. Well, what do you think about this one?
Mimi, that's my dress.
I know that.
But I haven't worn it yet, so, yeah.
I know.
Mimi, you can't wear my dress before I wear my dress.
As I recall, Petunia, dear, you asked me to change change, remember.
And as circumstances stand, I'm pretty sure it's okay.
Besides, if we don't get going, we'll be late.
Wait a minute.
All right, everybody off church.
No, what is this?
No, don't worry about that.
Oh my God. Was that? No, that was definitely. Why is he here? Am I dreaming?
Oh, howdy, Cousin Mimi. I didn't see you standing there. Cousin Oswald, Grandma wants to know where the wick for the stove is.
There is no wood, Fester.
He says there ain't no wood.
How in the hell am I supposed to cook if there ain't no wood for the stove?
It's electric.
Land sakes alive. If it ain't old movie. Honey Jones, I love that dress. You look like one of them movie stars. Oh, I do?
Wait, she looks like a movie star.
Of course I do.
Land sakes alive, isn't it, Cousin Mimi? Woo-wee! You look prettier than a deer standing in the middle of a field who's been shot, gutted, and stuffed and put above the fireplace. Now that's pretty. Cousin Mimi!
What is it, Glenda?
Take a gander at her dress.
My, oh my, Cousin Amy, that is some pretty duds you got there. You're prettier than a deer standing.
I already said it.
Hold on a minute, everyone. What about my Easter dress?
Bless her heart.
So, does that mean they're coming to church with us?
No, Mimi. They've been kind enough to stay here and cook Easter lunch with us while we go to church.
Okay, thank you. Wait, what?
What she means is, thank goodness someone's going to stay here and cook the Easter meal.
Okay, Grandma, we'll see you after the preaching.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
You don't expect us to help us stay here and cook now, do you?
That's good, Fester. Everyone in the free world knows cooking's winning business.
But I cook all the time.
So do I.
Alright. Well, then y'all can stay here and help Grandma, and we'll go to the preaching.
Everyone, please just wait a minute. Now it's clear to see that someone needs to stay here and help Grandma Taylor by setting the table and lighting the candles.
Right as rain. Elkin, Fester, y'all can stay and help me get everything ready.
Alright, as long as I ain't got to work no way.
Now, y'all city folk gotta move on or you won't hear any preaching at all.
Ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing except looking at how pretty Cousin Mimi is in that fancy Easter dress.
Aw. Like we said in the country, if you dress up the prize heifer, ain't no animal can hold a candle.
And I ain't never saw a more prettier heifer in all my life.
Off you go. Bye now.
Grandma, I'm surprised you're taking this all so lightly. I never would have thought in a million years you'd miss an Easter service.
And we ain't gonna miss it this year. How do you figure? Well, I did everything real secret last.
Did what?
Late last night, I stayed at the diner, and I cooked up a whole slew full of vittles and then just hid them in the back of my pickup truck.
You mean all of Easter dinners in the back of our truck?
Yep, and all we gotta do, when they get back from church, just pull it out and heat it right up.
So we do get to go to church with our city cousins? I get to sit by Cousin Oswald.
I want to sit by him too. So we're gonna wait till they're seated in the pews, then we're gonna sneak up on them and yell, "Surprise!" Yay!
Oh, wait, we forgot our Easter bonnets.
Don't you fear, Grandma's here.
I can't wait to see the surprised look on their faces.
Well, family, shall we go to church?
Did that just happen?
Please tell me it was all just a bad dream.
Why can't I wake up?
I pinched myself all the way home. Look at the pinch marks.
That can only mean one thing.
It actually actually happened.
They came to our church.
They sat with us.
They shout, "Surprise!" at the top of their lungs.
They sat with us.
They volunteered to recite an Easter poem.
They sat with us.
Mister actually stood up in front of our church and recited an Easter poem he wrote himself.
When Owen saw them.
Bill Marshall saw them.
Beautiful Corinne saw them.
There, Mimi. It'll be all right.
No, it will never be all right for as long as I live.
Our illustrious pastor saw them.
What makes us to think he can stand up in the middle of a sacred service and recite an Easter poem that he wrote?
There he was, standing in front of the most intelligent and wealthy, and did I mention wealthy parishioners in the entire city, reciting that rustic verse in that atrocious hillbilly wear.
But the worst part, the very worst part of the whole ordeal, is when everyone realized they were with us.
Someone get that. I'm too weak to move.
Hello? Oh, hello, Pastor Green. It's Pastor Green. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Pete, what did Pastor Green say?
Well, he said, "Is this Peter?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Is your family home?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Can we pay your visit?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And that's when he said, "We're on our way." And I said, "Thank you, sir." And that's when I hung up.
Pete, what were you thinking?
We can't come here.
The hillbillies will be back any minute.
When you're on the phone with him, did he sound mad?
No.
There, you see, we're okay.
He sounded furious.
I'm going to bar the front door.
No, we have to get out of here. We have to move.
We can't do that because we told the pastor we're here. That isn't moral. It isn't ethical.
Then what do we do?
We lie. We say some hobos came off the streets and pretend they knew us.
Do you think it'll work?
Of course it'll work. What do you think I have up here in my head? Someone get the door.
Get the door.
Silly boy, you must have locked us out by mistake.
Sorry, Grandma Taylor, come in.
Well,
Cousin Oswald, sure was a good thing we reserved a live country church service today.
Bless y'all's heart. I ain't never been in something more boring in all my boring days.
We prefer to call it Methodist.
I don't know how to put this. Your church was colder than a mother-in-law's kiss.
It sure was pretty, but it was as cold as all get out.
But Pastor, you stood up and recited a poem without permission. That was presumptuous.
I'm glad you liked it. Much obliged.
Much obliged? Much obliged? Do you even know what obliged means?
You're welcome.
Oswald, I cannot stand them a minute longer.
Mimi, calm down.
But, Grandma Taylor, you promised you were going to sit here and cook Easter lunch for us.
That's our second surprise. We have everything all ready. We just gotta warm it up.
It's like magic.
Surprise!
Don't you think we said surprise enough, Pastor?
But our illustrious pastor and his lovely wife are on their way right now for a visit.
Oh, that ain't no problem. We'll just out 2 extra plates.
Family, over here.
What are we going to do?
Keep them in the kitchen.
We can't let our pastor and his wife see them.
Yeah, I guess we can.
Keep them in the kitchen.
That's a good plan. Yep, definitely. That's great. Love
Oh, there's preachers coming over.
This ain't good at all.
How can we face him? He's bound to ask us to feel like a servant.
We'll just have to tell them that sitting through that service was like watching paint dry.
We'll do no such thing. Don't y'all remember what Mama used to tell us? If you can't say nothing nice, keep your trap shut.
That's right. If the preacher asks us about a boring sermon, don't say nothing.
Say nothing, God.
Operation Keith in the Kitchen's now underway.
Operation Zip Your Lips starts now.
Break!
Break! talking to?
The oven just called, wondering when someone's gonna start lunch. That was a joke.
Even though that joke wasn't a bit funny, don't fret, Bud. We just got to warm everything up. Except for the biscuits. We couldn't make those ahead of time.
Take all the time you need.
I thought your joke was funny, Cousin Oswald.
We were laughing on the inside.
Guys, remember the plan. We have to keep them in the kitchen.
There's the door. I think I'm gonna faint.
Did I hear a cowbell ring? I didn't hear you all raise cattle.
That's true. That was the doorbell. All right, back in the kitchen.
Oswald, get the door.
Why me?
I'm certainly not going to get it.
I know. All in for everyone sit down and try to act normal. Hello, what an honor to have your humble little home. Welcome.
May we come in?
Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. Of course they come in. It's Pastor Green and his gracious wife. I love that dress you're wearing.
Thank you, and I do. I do love your dress.
Oh, this old thing? I wear it when I don't care how I look.
May I?
Wonderful life.
No, thank you. We won't be staying very long.
Please, have a seat.
This visit is, how shall I say, quite awkward. Awkward, sir? Yes, it's about your visitors at church today.
Oh, you mean those hillbillies? You thought they were with us? No, sir. We haven't seen them before today.
You haven't.
Oh, no, sir. They just walked in off the street. You know how street urchins are.
Yeah, we couldn't have your wife believe, could we? Of course not.
It's just that at the Church of the First Stained Glass, we pride ourselves in. Well, people like that, I'm not really sure they could fully appreciate our ways of doing things. I do tend to use lavish wording in my sermons.
And we're afraid that can result in confusion for you.
And the Bible does say that God isn't the author of confusion.
You're absolutely right, Pastor Green. Simpletons off the streets would simply be lost trying to keep up with your sophisticated prattle, your rhetoric, sermons.
I'm glad you understand.
It does make us feel better that you understand where we're coming from.
No worries. I'm sure we'll never hear from those poor souls again.
Oh dear, what was that noise?
Mimi, do you remember type
The dog.
Right, the dog. Did you type the dog?
Huh? Come on, Mimi. Let's go check out the dog. Yeah.
I happen to be an avid dog lover.
What's the dear thing's name?
Rover. Bob.
Huh. But you see, his full name's actually Rover Bob.
Sounds neat. Can we see him?
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Ah!
Here, I'll go get him. Oh, Rover Bob. He's asleep. He'll have to come back some other time.
Oswald, okay. Fester told me to tell you.
Stop right now, Mimi.
Who's Fester?
That is the name of our dog.
I thought you said his name was Rover Bob.
Fester's name of our other dog. Sit, Fester, sit.
But you said Fester told me. So this Fester dog talks.
Well, when he barks really high,
Something strange is going on here.
Isn't Fester the name of that hillbilly who recited that dreadful poem in this morning's service?
Did I hear somebody call my name? Oh, howdy. You must have won the one to ring the doorbell. I thought you was a cow. I said, I thought you was a cow.
Mr. Tippenheimer, could you please ask members in your kitchen to please come out?
Please don't mind them, sir. They really didn't mean any harm.
But dear, I'm afraid of them.
What incarnation is going on out here? I've got to get the food on the table.
And I gotta clean up that mess I made.
What's wrong, Cousin Oswald?
Pastor Green, Miss Green, here's Elkin. Brenda May, Glenda May. And Grandma, our family from Cricket County.
Family?
This explains a lot of things, doesn't it? First, clarify this. Are you, or are you not, the rabble-rousers who intruded upon our morning's Lenten celebration by hastening your entry and discoursing such a rustic elegy as the one you recited in my sacred pulpit? Explain that.
First, explain what you just said.
I knew it. Someone who cannot appreciate the fine art of syntax construction.
Listen, if you're mad because we didn't invite you to our Easter service, you could have just said so. We'll just set out 2 extra plates.
Excuse me for a minute. Hello?
Pastor Green?
Yes, who is this?
Sir, it's Mr. Quest, the church treasurer.
I'm kind of in the middle of something important here. Can I call you back?
I think you'll want to hear this.
Fine, what is it?
That hillbilly, the one who recited the poem this morning, wasn't his last name Taylor?
I don't remember. Hold on. Excuse me, but do you have any ID?
About what?
Identification. Never mind. What's your last name?
Taylor. Fester Taylor, sir.
Yeah, that's right. His last name is Taylor. Why?
We were counting the offering from this morning's service and came across a check.
Please get to the point.
Pastor, this check was written for $50,000.
What's so special about $1,000?
No, sir, $50,000, and it was signed by Elkin Taylor.
Elkin Taylor.
Yes, sir?
I took it upon myself to conduct a little research into their family history. It seems they were at the receiving end of a large inheritance left to them by a late uncle. They're worth millions.
Thank you for this information.
Sir, how can you ever forgive us?
As I was saying, about how much it was a privilege to have you as your family in our humble little parish this morning.
A privilege? Dear, what are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
I'm saying we would love to stay and break bread with these fine people this Lord's Day.
But if you'd only allow me to...
You would?
Well, you sure took your sweet time saying so. Now I've got to get back to the kitchen.
Oh, but dear lady, you shouldn't work so hard on this Easter Sunday. You're a guest.
Now would you mind telling me how the food's gonna get on the table?
My wife will do it.
That's right, his wife will do it.
Wait, that's me? Oswald, we can't let her do that.
I don't think we can. Can we, Pete?
I should say not.
Right. You can do it instead.
That's right, I will do it instead. Wait, that's me. But I don't know how.
We'll help you, Cousin Pete. Yeah, we'll show you everything.
Nonsense. You're our guests. Make yourselves comfortable.
But dear, what is this all about?
They're rich.
Like my husband said, make yourself comfortable. You insist. I insist.
Look at me, get yourself back in the kitchen.
But she insisted.
She's right, Grandma. You're our guest.
That's it, have a seat, put your feet up. Would you like for me to get you a hand? Get away from me. Let me get this straight, preacher blue.
It's green.
Whatever. Where's the pastor of that stained glass church we went to this morning?
Yes, ma'am. That is I.
We would love to know what your family thought of this morning's service. What about you, young man? Young man? That's funny. He doesn't seem to hear me.
Oh, no. I heard you just fine. I was just calling ignoring you.
Fester, hush up.
It was your idea, Grandma.
Fester Taylor, you're slower than a rodent. You're not supposed to tell him you're ignoring him. You're just supposed to do it.
But we'd really like to know what you thought of our service.
Preacher man, do you want the whole truth? Because if you do, I'm just going to lay it all out there.
Grandma, you don't have to do that.
Of course we want the truth. Here at the First Church of Stained Glass, we spend a great deal of time and money in public relations research and aesthetic beauty in hopes to build our church. So if you could sum our parish up in one word, what would it be?
One word,
One word.
stuffy,
Boring.
cold, rude. Sir, it seems like
church members have been starched and ironed, but ain't one of them been washed.
We like it just fine.
So what exactly of our parish did you find stuffy?
Well, it started when I walked in, and then it just ended when I walked out.
Not one person said it was nice to have us at that there church.
Our people don't want to seem intrusive.
When y'all did that little thing where you turned around and shook each other's hands, not one of them shook our hand.
Maybe they didn't see you.
We was wearing our bonnets. Can't miss them. There was something else that bothered me about your sermon.
What was wrong with my sermon?
There wasn't one.
I ran out of time.
Because all you were doing was talking about the money you needed for them stained glass windows.
Time got away from me. Before I knew it, it was 12 o'clock.
And if he doesn't want to be followed by 12, we will never hear the end of it.
Don't you think, though, that you could have said at least something about the resurrection?
There wasn't one word about the crucifixion, 3 days in the grave, the rolling away of the stone. And would you quit nodding your head like some bobblehead doll?
I guess it couldn't hurt to at least mention those things on Easter Sunday.
Well, I said all that I need to say. I've got to get back to the kitchen.
Mrs. Taylor, I still need to talk to you about the need for the new stained glass windows. Mrs. Taylor! Go in there and see if you can talk to her about them. You guys understand the need for the new stained glass windows. Tell them, Mr. Tippenheimer.
You see, at First Church of Stained Glass, we pride ourselves on aesthetic beauty, hoping that one day people will come to our church.
But don't you think that at least talking about Jesus and what he's done for us would draw people to your church? Don't you think that talking about the good Lord and what he's done and the ways of the good Lord would draw people?
Wait a minute, everyone. I think I have an idea. How about we take a picture of Jesus, like you want, and put it in the middle of every stained glass window. Problem solved. There we go.
Brilliant. Y'all certainly have a right to church any way y'all feel like it. Who are we to tell y'all, preacher, quit nodding your head.
Look, I'm getting messy in the kitchen, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, that's nice, dear. But did you get to talk to her about you know what?
I've tried, but she keeps changing the subject. I better be like, this is.
Excuse me again. Hello?
Pastor Green, it's me again. Sorry to keep bothering you.
What is it this time?
I think you need to come down to the church.
I can't right now. I've got a new stained glass window in the palm of my hand.
But we have people showing up down here.
Showing up for what?
They say they're here for, hey, what you call it again?
Spiritual counseling!
Yes, spiritual counseling.
I don't understand.
They say they were really convicted in the service this morning.
I feel convicted!
How could they have been convicted? All I talked about was fundraising for new stained glass windows.
I don't know how to break this to you, sir, but I'm afraid it's the Taylors again.
What do they have to do with this?
They're saying they felt like the Lord spoke to them through that poem that hillbilly recited, and they're asking questions.
What type of questions?
Questions about the cross and the resurrection. You know, Easter-type questions.
Easter questions.
Yes, sir. I didn't know what to say. This has never happened before.
I'll be right there.
Is there anything wrong?
It seems there are some parishioners at our church who are seeking spiritual counseling.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to round up some spiritual saints who are in touch with the Lord. Mr. Tippenheimer. May I borrow the Taylors?
The Taylors?
Yes. It seems your humble little family has inadvertently caused a sanctified resurgence in my church.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
A revival? Us?
Yes. It seems that your poetry has spoken to the hearts and minds of my people.
You want a copy of it?
Mrs. Taylor, it seems like you're leaving.
Look, I'm cooking biscuits. I never knew the kitchen could be so much fun.
That's nice, dear. Now, we have to go back to the church, so go get your tickets.
Church? On Sunday?
On the contrary, dear, things are going to be just fine. And I'll see you at the church, Mr. Taylor.
Sure thing.
Remind me to do that missing recipe.
Cousin Oswald, are you sure it's all right if we go with them?
I'm positive. Y'all have a gift. Go use it.
That's your new grandma.
Grandma!
It's so good to see people going to church for the right reasons.
What other reasons are there?
Trust me, there are plenty of other reasons.
What in tarnation is going on out here?
I'll explain in the car. Let's go, Grandma.
Come on, Linda, I'll race you to the truck.
You gotta be crazy. I ain't running my Sunday best.
You're right, what was I thinking? Hey,
I just got the bills on the table. We'll take care of it, Grandma Taylor. I was so embarrassed at church that I didn't even listen to what Fes's poem said.
I have a copy of it right here if you'd like to read it.
I feel suddenly lonely.
I don't know about the lot of you, but I can't wait to get into something a little more comfortable.
Are you saying Petunia's dress is too small on you?
I am obviously not saying anything of the kind, Pete. Everyone can clearly see that Petunia is at least 2 sizes larger than I am.
Well, now maybe it looks like someone's ignoring you.
I said, everyone can clearly see that Petunia is at least 2 sizes larger than I am. Maybe 3.
Oswald, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever read, and I have a master's degree in literature. No wonder it touched the hearts of so many people. It's like all of a sudden I realized the true importance of Easter. It's so honest and simple.
Remember what Elkin told us that one time? The Bible's like a love poem, written to all of us. And if you really listen to it, it can make a big difference to you. Leave it to our Cricket County cousins to make the most important lessons of our life.
I've learned not to go to church just to get a girl.
I learned church just as in a country club.
I learned that going to church just to be seen is hypocritical.
Well, I think I learned the most important lesson of all. Petunia's sense of fashion is awful. This dress is hideous. Oh no, that's so ugly. Oh, gross. Oh, thank you. What did I say?
You're going to get too close, I won't be able to get them on.